Okay. So growing up, I always thought that my parents and every adult had their lives figured out. But you guys are all just as lost in this shitstorm as the rest of us. But while we like to pretend to have our lives figured out, in truth, we have this little version of ourselves tucked away in the back of our heads, just having a panic attack 24/7. You see, no one really teaches you how to be an adult. No one really teaches you about loan management, buying a home, starting a family, raising a child. My absolute favorite one is doing your taxes. I swear, if I had $1 for every time someone ran up to Bree and said, "Hey Bree, can you help me with my taxes?" our wedding would have been down in the Cayman Islands. But out of all the life lessons that aren't taught, love is probably one of the most elusive, and maybe one of the only life lessons that truly can ever be taught. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you all what I learned about love while being with Bree. And that is, love is not found, it is built. As a society, we like to pair the word love with phrases like, "I found them, it's the one." We act as if love is a long-lost treasure that needs to be discovered, when in reality, love is like a building. It takes a lot of hard work, continual maintenance, and if you aren't already building on a strong foundation, eventually the whole thing will crumble. Now most of you here know Bree and I's story. Roommate situation gone wrong. I ended up with someone I had never met before in my entire life. And even though you could consider it a tragedy, in all honesty, it was a blessing in disguise because this random roommate just so happened to be friends with Bree. A lot of you here would say it's luck, fate, destiny. But no matter what anyone likes to call it, honestly, life has just been extremely difficult. It has done nothing more than given us the middle finger ever since we started dating. From the loss of so many loved ones, to enduring a pandemic, and of course with the constant mental struggles that we both face on a day-to-day basis. It seems like life does nothing more than try to crack the very foundations of the home that we have built together. But no matter how hard life pushed, you always seem to push a little bit harder. In fact, it was in your sheer determination that it slowly made me realize what true love really was. There's a saying, Bree, that you use so often in our relationship that it has now cemented itself into the very foundation of our home. And that is, Mark, it doesn't matter how difficult things get, I will always be there for you. Now, to most of us in this room, that might not mean like a lot. But to me, that meant everything. Because what most of you here don't know about me is that my entire life, I've had the aptitude for giving up. Martial arts, soccer, hell, even on myself. But it wasn't until those rainy nights you could just hear the thunder pounding outside. You could just see the tears rolling down your face. You'd look at me, and then you'd say, "Mark, how do you do it? How do you always deal with the constant stress, anxiety, the pain and the suffering that I bring to this relationship?" And it was in these moments that I knew I loved you. Because for the first time in my life, you broke the very nature of my character. For the first time in my life, I didn't want to give up on me, on us, and the relationship that we had built together. Bree, what you didn't realize from the moment we first met, with every hug we'd share, tear we'd shed, every memory that would be soldered into the very wirings of our brain, is that you were slowly giving me the foundations to building a home that would last a lifetime. So now I ask everyone in this room to raise their glasses as we are going to toast to you, Bree. Let me grab mine real quick, see before I forget. Because this love you have given me is something I know that has been shared with many others here in this room today. Bree, you have given me enough love to last 1,000 lifetimes. So I hope that within this lifetime, within this marriage, I can repay back even just a fraction of that love that you have given me. To you, Bree, I love you. Cheers. Cheers! Woo! Now everyone enjoy the rest of your night. It's going to be a great party.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special dinner service prepared for you all. The entrees will be served momentarily. Enjoy.